Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Cobalt Core. We are going to be playing as the Tiderunner, the ship that we just unlocked after the last run. I think it was after the last run, if I remember correctly. It was a good books run, a fast run. I want to actually check. There's a run history, right? So we can actually see that our last run was in fact books, glimmer shot, purging all of our shard in order to do massive damage with the Jupiter ship. But yes, we're going to be playing as the Tiderunner. It's surprisingly nimble for something made of dead trees. We are a pirate space ship. 2 empty slots in the middle, cockpit, missile bay, cannon, wing. We're gonna random once to select our characters. There we go, and then I'm gonna select Tiderunner, and then let's do it. We have Riggs, Perry, and Isaac. Hardest difficulty, begin. I love Riggs. I love having evasion and mobility. Max shield, 2 max health. Okay, we only have 5 HP. What? We only have 3. I suppose we can lose max shield because it's not like we're gonna have a lot of shield, are we? So let's purge the max shield. We're gonna be relying on Riggs's movement, let's be honest. We could go for a boss artifact. I really, really like starting with 1 evasion from warp prep. But let's get a boss artifact. Flywheel. Every 10th time you draw a card, gain 1 energy. Could this be the infinite run? Well, it could be, but I think you really need, or we would really need, a books for the free draw cards added to the deck, but maybe we can make something happen. Isaac, can we do anything about this cryosickness? I've been reviewing our logs, and it's hurting our crisis response metrics by 5.2% in the first fight. Crisis response metrics? Is that something the ship reports to us? I don't see that on my terminal. Where is it? Oh no, I've been keeping a spreadsheet. Spreadsheet like by hand, can I see? Yeah, don't make fun of me. Nice, how'd you get this column formatted like this? It's here, I made some functions to help with that. Look here. Wow, such a good spreadsheet. Thank you. I can appreciate good analysis. The lack of warp prep makes me nervous. Me too, Isaac. I like the good analysis of, data. All right, it's very dangerous starting with Riggs, but we do have lunge to get us out of the way early. We would die if we didn't have lunge though, because we would be taking 4 damage from the cockpit. We also get anchor. Your ship cannot move if this card is in your hand, but you can pay 1 energy to purge it at the beginning of combat. You only get 1 of these in your deck. Additionally, and I'm very glad that the UI shows this to you, there are automatic moving by playing your left or rightmost card. Tiderunner, immediately after you play your leftmost, rightmost card, move left 1, and it even tells you here that's what's gonna happen. So actually, if we move left 2, we will take 0 damage. Very interesting. Why don't we attack drone, corrupted core, keep it rolling. That's a move. We can move again or just do 1 damage. Let's do 1 damage. Nope, that's not how this works. It's not Jupiter drone, it's a different ship. That's okay. Sorry if my voice is a little bit dying today. I apologize for that. It even tells you that you cannot move left or right. The lock icon means that we have the anchor in our hand. Let's purge. Actually, let's not worry about the anchor. Let's build up dodge. Actually, you don't really need dodge with this ship, do you? Here I'm thinking, I like Riggs because of the evasion. We have evasion. It's called playing your damn cards. I'm still gonna stack up evasion, but we don't have to be evasive as Riggs with this ship. Anchor plays itself, good to know. We will draw. Pay attention to the extra energy as well. As we play cards, we do have bonus energy as we draw cards, we have bonus energy generation thanks to Riggs here. It's actually 1 energy every 2 turns, which is pretty damn good, let's be honest. Give me an attack drone. Multi-shot, it'll move us once. The movement happens after your turn, good to know. And let's parallel shift. And let's basic dodge. We had 4 energy on that turn, so we spent a lot on cards. This guy is getting stronger, as annoying as that can be. Dump the anchor. He's gonna destroy a drone. It's really not that big of a deal. Just don't play the parallel shift and you'll be fine. If there is a card in a specific position in our hand that we want to play, we have to play it. That's fine. Like if we want to play an attack drone and if it's the leftmost card, we have to play the attack drone and it'll move us to the left. There's not much we can do to get around that. Yo, what's going on with the anchor? It doesn't exhaust. So actually, you know what? Max might be a very good character to have with this ship because he could exhaust anchor in theory in some situations. We are going to... We can kill you. Do it like this, you're dead. I was gonna say we're not gonna be able to kill you on this turn, but then I realized, hey, we've never used our evasion on that combat. We should definitely use our evasion. Juke, move in a random direction. I've begun to really like this card. 3 movement, it might not be perfect, but it's usually enough to get you out of the position that you're in where you're getting shot at. As a free card, I really think that's a fantastic get. There's a lot of elite fights down here after a lot of combat. I kind of like this route so that we can add cards, upgrade cards, then fight. I hate that anchor, man. It's a really bad card. Your ship cannot move at all. Juke wouldn't do anything, so we have to get rid of anchor, and then we can at least move out of position here. Okay, we're not actually doing that much. Perfect evasive maneuver. At least we're not taking any damage on this turn. Let's attack drone, move, basic shot, dump the corrupted core. We don't have a lot of shield generation. We don't really have a lot of evasion generation in this deck. What we really have is auto movement, which is honestly really good. This is insanely valuable. It's probably worth the negative draw / energy you pay for the anchor, because this is 3-4 movement for free every round of combat. Like, that's absurd. That is absurd. What are we gonna do here? I think we should trash to move left, then we can draw shot. Then I think, you know what I like here? I was gonna say multi-shot parallel shift, but it actually means that we die. So why don't we just scramble and just move once? Keep the drone alive. We're not taking any damage because we've got a damn hole in the middle of our ship. End turn. Next turn we're gonna get energy thanks to Riggs. I'm beginning to really like Riggs in this game. I think Riggs is a very strong character. The evasion is just absurd, and she usually has some card draw to go along with it. Okay, this is a lot of trash. Luckily, we can move and dump the trash. Just a unfortunate bad draw. Currently taking no damage. Play everything but the anchor. If we don't have to play anchor, we shouldn't, because if we play anchor, we will be kind of wasting our energy a little bit. I don't want to move, so maybe we'll just not multi-shot, we'll just play a trash, because we're not taking any damage. Could have moved the attack drone, but we're not really building a droney deck right now. What we're doing is mostly just... Well, what are we doing? Mostly we're just throwing it out there when we have nothing else better to spend our energy on, let's be honest. So, we attack, then we move. Is that correct? Yes. I had to check. Dump a trash, dump a trash. You are not quite dead, my friend, but you are going to die in one more card. Anchor. Basic shot. So remember, anchor, when you play it, then you move. Missile shot's a very interesting one because the cannon and the missile bay are on opposite sides of the empty. Sidestep, Move and retain. Anything that gets retained is going to be shifted to the leftmost card in our deck, so we got to be aware of that. Now or never. It's a lot of cheap evasion, but you do lose your evasion on the next turn, so I'm not a big fan of that as a card. Missile shot, I guess it is. It's pretty good damage. It's actually a really good upgrade target too. If you can get the shots to land, 6 damage for 2 is really good. I think, you know, 1 good early attack card is totally fine to add to the deck. We're not actually gonna go for any sort of like infinite build with rigs, at least not yet. That's something that's it's gonna happen when it happens, and when it happens, I'm gonna have to prepare for it, let's be honest. So what do I like here? I actually like Corrupted Core, Basic Shot, Basic Shot, Basic Block. Nope, it's gotta be Basic Shot, Basic Shot, Basic Shot. Sorry, Basic, Corrupted, Basic. We will do 1 damage, but we'll take none. Alternatively, if we block, scramble, boop, boop, we'll take 2, which I would prefer not to have happen. So I think we do Basic, Core, block, take no damage. Not a great turn 1, but it wasn't that bad. We don't need to juke. In fact, this seems like a good turn for just putting up a bunch of freebies. Actually, maybe it is a very good turn to juke. If we go left, we'll be in position to do more damage. Sweet. Then we can attack drone. Right, forgot about that. Well, let's just, in that case, parallel shift me into a multi-shot. Right. Please block the shot drone, thank you very much. Sometimes I will forget about that. I will forget that we move when we play cards. That is the, you know, entire point of the damn character, but, you know, we'll figure it out. We need anchor. Boop, boop. Dodge. Lunge. Basic shot. We can move out of the way. We had 1 evasion, we moved like 6 spaces. That can happen, and it's good when it happens. This is an interesting one. I think we just basically pass our turn, we wait. If we move left 1, we have to put up 3 block, we're not gonna get there. If we move left 2, we have to put up 2 block. We're not gonna get there. So I think we just... If I play the attack turn, we don't have to move at all, but I do wanna move. So give me a multi-shot. Attack drone, basic dodge. Give me a parallel shift. Block the shot, attack drone, thank you very much. We're doing damage super slowly, but we were not able to play missile shot when we had a chance last time. Really, it's because I just didn't want to play it when we had the chance last time. That's actually totally fine. Doing some damage. You're only gaining 1 shield every other turn. I'd like an... We don't need to play juke. Give me an attack drone parallel shift. So lunge will move right, attack, move left, and then we can basic shot to move left. I mean, whatever works, right? It's a bit of a weird play, but you got the job done. Every enemy in this game has specific AI and specific patterns. This enemy, this stag, does not seem to move during the middle cannon attack. So we can chill, we can wait. I like this turn. We're not gonna be able to move, which is actually perfect. Multi-shot, scramble. Could have basic dodged, but let's keep that evasion chance. Not chance, but let's keep the evasion. I mean, here's what I like. Parallel shift, missile shot. It's pretty good damage. Then we can block out of the way. Go 1 more. Not taking any damage. In fact, I'm gonna spend one of our free drone shifting here just to make sure that we hit the weak point and we get more damage out of the attack drone. That's 2 damage for 1 green move. This will destroy my own drone. Don't do that. Might as well. If we can draw, we can get rigs closer to the flywheel play. Ideally, there's a synergy with this relic and anything that can draw. If you have any free card in your deck that can draw, you can potentially go infinite. You just got to get enough of those cards in the deck that can draw other free cards. For instance, Escalate is free. Do we want it? I don't think so. Flex Move, also no. Parallel Shift, no. Actually, I do like Escalate for doing damage as a one card or free card. Especially with Parry, because Parry has a lot of multi-hits. I think I'll add that. I'm like, your ship can't move, what the heck is... Oh, right, yeah, we added that to the deck, didn't we? Don't blow up the mine. We do have to move, though, because if we don't move, we'll die. So I suppose what we'll do is multi-shot. We can attack drone. Escalate does nothing. I don't really want to move at all. You're gonna blow up the mine yourself, so we'll just, we'll chill. This'll go away next turn. I don't want to move. I don't want to move because I like my drone being there. It's actually like a perfect place for that to be. Let's move. That way we get to have an open missile bay. Although you were going to destroy the mine anyways, it doesn't matter. Did 1 damage to you, Stinger. You're actually not that strong of a ship, I feel. Anchor moves us 1, which is actually perfect. You're not hitting me at all. Do we want a draw shot? I mean, not really. I'll just scramble. I don't want to draw through anything good. We do need to anchor right now because we're not killing you. But a lunge, attack drone, basic dodge is still okay. We're dodging the incoming missile again. I love having double empty in the middle of your ship because it generally means that you can, in fact, oh, this is like the perfect play. Parallel shift me. You generally can keep yourself in a position where you're hitting the enemy, but they can't hit you. I mean, this is perfect. The missile and the cannon attacks are gonna miss. The missile outcoming is gonna miss as well. We just chill, we stand here, we wait. Now what do? We kill you. Escalate, multi-shot. That's the ideal combo, by the way, escalate, multi-shot. Missile shot, whiplash, attack drone. I'm not so much interested in these. I'm gonna skip, I think. Although this is a pretty good rigs card, I feel. Yeah, we can skip. I think we want to upgrade. I think we want... I mean, there's a lot that we want. Draw shot is almost free energy. But I do like the idea of escalate just being free. We could also go question mark and maybe find something a little bit more interesting than just one upgrade. Let's give it a shot. Did you know we're running an upcycling program here? We're turning old unwanted junk into new wanted junk. Replace a card with a random rarer card. Replace a card with a same rarity card from another deck. Give me a random rarer card and select a card to remove and replace with a random rarer. If the card belonged to a crewmate, the replacement will be as well. I want to see what happens if we get rid of like a basic shot. Power play. Power drive, but we lose 1 hull. That's an exceptionally dangerous card, oh my god. The start of combat, gain temp shield equal to missing hull. So 2 temp shield on turn 1, could be pretty good. This guy, he's very dangerous. He's very dangerous. I don't know if you know if he's very dangerous, because he's very dangerous. But we can do a decent amount of damage, especially if we escalate, but we can't escalate and move. So we could just missile shot for 6 damage. but we also have to avoid dying from the cockpit. So it's like missile shot, basic shot. Ah, but we'll die to the other bullets. Okay, yeah, we gotta open up with an escalate then. Well, we don't have to open up with the escalate. We could do like a basic shot. Actually, an attack drone stops you. Okay, attack drone. We're not taking any damage. Multi-shot, basic shot, next turn we'll get the extra energy. We did a decent amount there as well. We're only taking 1 on this turn. Maybe don't juke me to the left. Maybe instead just scramble me to the right. Yeah, give me a parallel shift. 1, 2, 3. Move me. Just move me once. I really don't want to play power play, not with 5 max health. Maybe later we'll talk about it. We also have essentially no shield cards in the deck, so we've got to be very, 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 very careful. I think we do just draw shot immediately. And we can get out of the way of this juke. If it jukes us to the right, we'll be a little almost screwed. So just give me a basic dodge. We can just move twice. Basic block, end turn. We gotta be very careful in this elite fight. This is a very tough elite fight early. Ship cannot move. That sucks, we gotta pay 1 energy to dump it. It's really nice having the extra energy with rigs here. Actually, no, we don't have to move at all. So don't move. Although if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage here, it'll do 12. I think I can kill you. Oh, no, I can't kill you because I don't have any movement. So we're gonna not move. Don't play anything else. That's the most we could have done since we have no dodge built up. Unfortunately, we have 2 damage incoming. I can use the attack drone to block this shot. So but if we attack drone, we gotta move to the right, which means we can still do this. It's gonna be attack drone draw shot. Then I can move the drone out of the way. Hate to say it, I think we don't play anything, even though this was... Well, no, we can play scramble. I think maybe we could have handled that a little bit better, but we did get 1 evasion out of that turn. We do not want to juke to the left. I think we just draw shot to the right, keep us moving. And another basic block. We can't play Corrupted Core on that turn because it would have moved us into lethal position. This is a very good turn for us. Every other turn when he only has 2 active cannons, we can hit him. He's not doing anything. We should have actually moved on that turn. I can't believe this ship is doing as well as it is. Battalion. I do like Battalion, but it is a little slow. Choose a card from your draw pile, put it in your hand is pretty okay. I'm gonna take that. Draw 2 extra cards in the first turn. Every time your discard is shuffled, enemy loses 1 hull. Caps at 3 damage per turn. Give me the quick draw then. We're gonna go full on Riggs build, even though we don't really need her movement. Honk honk! Here come 3 clowns in a clown car! What the frick? So we kind of want to move, then start attacking. We could juke as our opening move, and I actually think that's not a bad idea. If we juke left, we're taking no damage. If we juke right, we only have to play 1 card to avoid damage. So give me a juke. Hope it goes left. Oh, right, it moved us once. Okay, that wasn't as good as I thought it was. This is still an okay turn, though. Multi-shot. Lunge shot, or missile shot, rather. We did a lot of damage. We're taking 1 from the temporary shield. We are getting heated, but that's okay. 1 shot to the right, and we're fine. Anchor. Corrupted core. Attack drone, we can move twice on that turn, it's totally fine. End turn, taking no damage. We gotta be very careful about our position. I think we just want draw shot. That means we only take 1. So a basic block draw shot is pretty good. And then we can just play a scramble to bank a couple more evasion. Banking evasion is going to be very critical on this ship, I think. We're going to need to do that constantly. We're going to need to constantly be able to move in very particular directions and situations. Give me an anchor. I think I will just move. I could do 2 damage by moving right than attacking, but I think I'll just burn 1 evasion. This is not an ideal turn. Actually, if we move right, attack drone basic shot, we get to do damage. Right, attack drone. We can't basic shot. We can escalate for no reason. I was kind of hoping that we could get better value from that turn, but actually we do get a couple of attack drones out, which is not bad. Ship cannot move, we need to move. Moving left twice is fine. I would love to move once and then just play a missile shot. That's very good value. I would also very much like to get these attack drones back in play, but I guess they're fine as is. Take 1 damage. An attack drone parallel shift. We're gonna take 1. Is there any way we can avoid 1? Parallel shift moves us left. Boop, boop. An attack drone will get played here. Now we need to attack drone. We need to attack drone, then parallel shift. I moved the asteroid out of the way. It's okay, we can still dodge out of the way a little bit. That did not go as intended, however. And we are gonna take 1 damage, I believe. Yeah, I messed that up slightly. In fact, what we should do is we should move over 1 more. We should have just moved the asteroid back into position, you dummy. We're gonna move everything over 1 more just so that we can do 1 more damage with the drone. But we're gonna lose 33% of our hull. You do not start with much HP in this freaking game. When your ship starts with 3 HP, basically if you make a mistake, you're gonna die. Quick thinking A draws 5, quick thinking B is 0 and exhausts. Apparently this used to not exhaust and it was a very easy infinite with rigs. That is not the case anymore. Strafe! Fire whenever you make a move. Wait a minute. Is this good? This might be good. Fire for 1 immediately after every move you make. I mean, that's gonna destroy the crap out of our drones, but doing damage whenever you move seems very good when we are constantly moving by playing our cards. It sounds good, doesn't it? I'm gonna try Strafe. Every 4 Isaac cards gain a bubble. 1 energy every time you play a 3+ card. We can actually play that now. And you know what I'm thinking? What if we upgrade it to have more value? If we ever get 4 energy on a turn, we can play it and then still have something else to do with our turn. It's expensive as heck, but we can still maybe make it work. And this could be the rigs combo. Infinite movement, infinite rigs. Well, maybe not infinite movement, but still. This is a great turn for it. We're taking 1 damage. There you go, Strafe's out. Why not? Just don't juke. Yeah, don't juke. So every time we move, we do 2 damage. After every move. So. Anchor. It was fine, that was just a strafe shot anyways. Riggs knows what's going on. Yeah, don't worry about that one. That one was a freebie. Lunge means we're gonna take 2 damage from the brittle cockpit, but a lunge, boop, 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 into a basic dodge means we'll only take 1 damage from this attack. Right now we're only taking 1. There's no block in the deck. A lunge and a basic dodge. We can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop, 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 boop. 4 is a better move. We're gonna take 1 damage regardless of what happens here, and I don't think there's any way of preventing that. So we might as well just move. Next turn though is gonna suck. We're gonna have to move out of the way of whatever's coming up next. Yeah, I don't see a way of avoiding this 1 damage. So end turn. There's our other 33% of our health gone. Hey, we're not taking damage on this turn, thankfully. That'll kill us though, don't do that one. Escalate, basic shot. Okay, give me an escalate, basic shot. Shoot, may have played this a little incorrectly. We're gonna have to expend our evasion to get out of the way of the lethal KO, but that's fine-ish, maybe. We're not taking that much damage being here, which is okay. Dude, this sucks. Parallel shift. Yeah. Bank evasion. Boss is gonna have to move into us on this turn. But we can get out of the way. Yeah, we can get a drone out, lunge. Complete tactical evasion. We do move a lot, but our cannon's on the wrong side of the ship. We need the cannon to be on the left, not the right. Give me a draw shot into a missile shot. We can at least do damage. Dump the corrupted core, end turn. If we make it through this, we're gonna heal to like 7 HP. It'll be amazing. Okay, power play just cannot be played, otherwise it will kill us. But we're in the wrong position for this. We gotta really move out of the way and build up some basic blocks and build up some evasion. And the more of this we build up, you know, the more the attack drones are just getting a little bit of passive damage done. We get to move for free, which is awesome. Let's draw shot to get even, oh, no, we're fine. We were almost dead. I was kind of hoping the draw shot would get us to the energy. Instead, it just cost me 1 evasion. Rip. Memory me probably a parallel shift. Attack drone will do damage, parallel shift. We don't want to actually play that. We can just play a scramble, and escalate is free. Not like it really matters. We're gonna lose the escalate next turn anyways though. And you know what? And the attack drones are doing some damage. You gotta love it. Lunge missile shot, not that bad. We can tank 1 damage actually if we really want to. Attack drone would save us the damage though. Let's do that. Tank the damage, end turn. Don't play the juke. Juke is always a bad idea here. 5 max HP, started with 3, 2 shield. We'll get there. Again, like, if we were on the left side of this ship, it would be a lot easier. Left side of the crystalline entity. The fact that we're on the right just makes it so much harder to actually get our stuff done. Because we just can't. Parallel shift, expend an evasion, or scramble, spend 2 evasion. I guess parallel shift, spend 1 evasion, because we get to save 1 evasion. This is the slowest crystalline entity fight, but it will work. Shift me. Throne me. Stack up dodge. End turn, see what he does. Every attack turn that we land, you know, that's a little bit of damage. Now we're starting to get a little bit pressed. That's a lot of damage incoming. It's not like we can move to the left. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can't move to the left. So we have to drop the anchor. We need to evade. It'll do damage. And then we basically just have to move. Lunge is a very good one here for the movement. Currently dead, currently dead, currently dead, not dead. I don't know if crystalline entity here gets stronger, but it seems like the crystals can do a semi-random amount of damage, so we gotta be very careful about that. And unfortunately, we can't really play Juke because it's just too scary. Because if Juke misses, we die, so we've gotta play it in a different way. You play the right cards in your hand, and by right, I mean literally the ones that are on the right. You just play them. You get extra energy. Don't play that one. Parallel shift is still fine. Like, we really just have to keep doing this, but we're running out of evasion. We were at 6, now we're down to 2, and his damage is still coming in. We don't have to dodge this turn. We can stay here. My God. An attack drone into a scramble is actually okay. Look at that. We did like 3 damage. This might be the perfect position for us to be in because we can't really be hit right here. So I actually like an anchor. Oh, I forgot. This is fine. Stacked up more evasion. Yeah, he's not moving. If he's not moving, I'm happy. We do have to move out of the way of the 4 damage though, which means that we might want to, well, probably not juke, but we can just keep shifting. We don't know what we're gonna draw. Gotta spend on anchor, taking 2 damage. You know, to save 2 evasion, I'm not even gonna move, because this opens up the ability to play more shield cards. We're not gonna get any more shield, max shield, basically, because we don't have Dizzy. So we just gotta live with 9 damage? Excuse me? What? Can I kill you? I don't think I can kill you. Holy crap. Well, start with the draw shot. We did get a lunge, which is freaking phenomenal. We also got an attack drone, which maybe we can use this to block damage. In fact, no, if we had a shield, we could use it to block the 3. So instead we have to attack drone move, lunge move, shot move, spend 2 move. We live. You know, maybe if we can stack up enough evasion, that's enough for a KO if we just kind of move back and forth. I think that's what we're gonna have to do, actually. Actually, I don't know. No, I can. I can barely get out of the way, hit you with the missile. Yeah, when we had like 8 evasion, I should have just killed the boss by just moving back and forth. That would be ideal. Okay, so an escalate multi-shot. I can kill the boss on this turn. And now that I'm remembering that we actually have strafe, I know we can do it. Escalate multi-shot, We might do damage due to strafe. We might not because we're not actually moving, but even if we don't move, then we can play an anchor, then we can move, and then that'll do 2 damage and it'll do 6. Escalate, multi-shot. It did not do damage. That was a good test, by the way. You're still dead. That was a scary fight. I realized my mistake by the end of it. Oh, we only have 5 HP. Oh god, that sucks. Jupiter drone. I like it. But we take Jupiter drone all the time. Think twice, discard draw. Very good with, oh dude, think twice B. Thin out the deck, upgrade this. We get infinite with rigs, but we have to keep drawing this card. I still like it. Specifically because it is draw discard for rigs. Genesis. Power drive, enemies get power drive. Power aversion, extra energy every turn, all non-parry attacks deal 1 less damage. So draw shot, missile shot. We could probably dump missile shot. I like power drive because 1 extra damage on our attacks matters a lot. 1 extra damage on enemy attacks doesn't matter at all. It's not like we're ever shielding, we're evading. So we can take it, I think. I'm checking the time right now. That was a 40-minute floor one. Here again, clearly we need to take this place more seriously, which means I can have the gun back, right? Just be careful with it. They gave her a gun! I wish she had it in her portrait here. Squeezy from ship movement. We're gonna be moving a lot. If we think twice, we need to have the energy to play whatever we draw, including anchor. We could draw anchor and then discard it, which is something to consider here. We need to move left 1 at least. So why don't we start there? This only moves at the end of the card play. Scramble move left multi-shot is actually a little bit better. In fact, it's really good because by doing it like this, we don't have to dodge anymore. We can take a put a card in your hand, draw shot. Think twice means next turn we'll get extra energy, which I like. And we discard these cards, which is fine. Okay, and then we have 1 evasion. We can get away from this attack. Basic block moves us left, then we can move left, multi-shot. Block, left, don't play multi-shot, it'll kill you, play missile shot instead. It was almost a dumb move, because playing missile shot wouldn't have killed us, it would have cost us like 3 HP though. And this is just escalate, draw. Basic shot, don't ruin the rigs bonus. Starting with 1 extra damage is so good. All cards with flippable actions are flippable for the rest of combat. That's not too many. It's really just lunge, which is good, but draw shot might be better with rigs and the bonus energy per draw. But I think I'd rather just skip these rewards. Overpower, whatever. It's actually pretty good for that burst damage. I just don't think we need it. Do we want to upgrade cards? Yeah, multi-shot being upgraded is now a very, very, very huge bonus. Okay, 1 evasion to the right and we're fine, so we'll do an escalate. Give me a multi-shot, then draw. That way if we draw into you can no longer move due to anchor, we're okay. Missile shot's a little expensive, basic dodge is bad. Think twice is okay, as is the attack drone, even though it doesn't do any damage. Give me a think twice, because we get 1 extra energy from that. And then we can just, I guess basic block, basic shot's okay. Puts us in the same position we were in, we have to dodge this missile, but we can just move 1. Well, we gotta move more than 1 now. Can I kill you? No. Anchor. I hate anchor. We might be dead. We're not dead. We might be dead. We might be dead. Come on, come on. It was the last card. I was kind of hoping I'd have a choice in where to move. We're gonna take 12 damage, so we are just like literally dead. That's so funny. I think we would have been okay if the juke moved us in the other direction, but yeah, I mean, we just had no way of actually dealing with all of the damage we were taking on that turn. We couldn't move enough, and we needed more movement. Interesting deck, interesting playstyle. I like the ship, I actually really do. Anchor, though, is real annoying, because if you draw it on the wrong turn, you have to play it, and if it's the first or last card, you have to move, and then you have to have the energy to play the other cards that forcibly move you, but it might not be a good card, and it might move you in another direction you don't like if you get juke on the side, well, you gotta play it to move. But I like the idea of rigs and strafe with the ship. It does have, I think, the lowest health of any ship. Maybe even smaller than Ares, 9, 8. Yeah, it has less health than Ares and 2 less shield. So it is the most fragile ship in the game. And I've gotta say, I kinda wish that hardest was balanced less around being perfect, because it kind of is. I mean, you have 3 HP. That's not a lot of HP, and that does not leave a lot of wiggle room. If you ever find yourself in a situation that we found ourselves in, where maybe some bad variance or some bad draw means you can't get out of the way of an attack and then you just die, it's a little excessive, but I'm sure we could have played differently. I'm sure we could have built the deck on that seed a little bit better to survive it, but it's just very finicky. Like, you've gotta basically avoid all damage. It's kind of why I like rigs for the evasion, because if you can just stack up a lot of evasion, and honestly, we should have upgraded her cards. If you start upgrading her evasion cards and you start getting a lot of evasion, and you take cards like Ace, which I probably should have taken first because it's a very good card, and you stack up a lot of evasion, you can spend it on those bad turns. You know, you can stack 5 evasion, spend it all to move out of the way. It's a little harder on this ship if the enemy is firing 3 damage, 0 damage, 3 damage, because your empty slot is only 2 wide. In order to evade all that damage, you've got to move, if you can only move in one direction, you've got to move like 6 or 7 times. It's really hard to get that evasion. It's kind of why I like the Ares, because the armor on the side means you don't have to be perfect with your evasion, and it being 4 wide means it's not that much evasion to get out of way of an attack, usually 3 or 4. Jupiter, the 1 empty slot means those enemy attacks that's like 3, 0, 5, we can nestle ourselves in there and be fine. Gemini is a little bit more difficult, but at least Gemini starts with a lot more HP compared to the Tiderunner. 3 more hull and 1 more max shield. Yeah, Tiderunner, difficult ship. That's my first time playing with this ship, and we'll definitely try again with a different random crew as we learn everything there is to learn about Cobalt Core, and still unlock the final character, which I have no idea how to unlock. This could be a matter of just beat the true ending, which requires us to play and win. What was the math? 8 times 3? 18 times? It's not 8 times 3, it's 6 times 3, actually. You don't have to actually win as these characters. Books has no memories. So you gotta win 18 times, 6 times 3, in order to get the, I think, in order to get the true final ending unlocked. We'll get there, we'll get there. Anyways, for now, hey, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Cobalt Core.